Mr. Taliaferro, how's everybody doing out there? Game 3, Houston Rockets. They need a win badly. I guess technically you can't say this is a must-win game, but for all intents and purposes, if you want any chance of beating the reigning two-time defending NBA champions, you need to win Game 3 because you're most likely not coming back from 3-0 down to that team in Golden State, especially the way that guy by the name of Kevin Durant is clicking offensively right now. Let's get into the highlight in Houston, Texas, as the Warriors were in Houston to take on the Rockets early on. I brought up Kevin Durant, and he was flowing again. First shot he makes, then he gets it inside to Andre Iguodala. Nice dish. Kevin Durant flowing out the post, tries to give it to Iguodala again. But Clint Capella, a guy that's been kind of missing in action thus far in this series, with the huge block on Andre Iguodala. By the way, if it were 2 years ago, that block wouldn't have happened. But we're in 2019. Iguodala can't get up like he used to. Steph Curry trying to get a three off at the end of the quarter, but it's blocked by PJ Tucker. PJ Tucker was one of the MVPs for the Rockets, and this guy was as well. Eric Gordon. He really got going in the second quarter. Couple lay-ins, built some confidence. Now Chris Paul's going to find him. Eric Gordon for 3. Eric Gordon dropped 30 points, 11 of 20 from the field, 7 for 14 from the three-point line. The Rockets are up 8. They're up 4 now with 2 minutes to go before the half. Chris Paul finding, you know who, Eric Gordon, another 3. Rockets up 7 now. A little screen, pick and roll here with CP3 and Capella. Rockets take the big lead going into the locker room. Out the gate in the third, James Harden would join the action. See if he can flow a little bit what the Rockets created offensively. He drills a 3, attacks the rim, miss once, get his rebound and put it in. Rockets are up double digits here. Nice block here from Looney. Thing will end up in the hands of Draymond Green, who had another big game. He gets to Kevin Durant for 3. Kevin Durant will really wake up at the end of the third and lead this Warriors team back. And again, another great pass from Draymond Green, who went triple-double in this game, to you-know-who, Kevin Durant, who had a big number again, 46 points. He is literally lighting it up on the road in the playoffs. He gives his Warriors the lead momentarily there. Now Livingston to Iguodala with the Warriors down 2 with 9 minutes to go in the fourth. He drills the 3. Warriors up 1. Other end now. Capella somehow, someway gets it to Tucker, who gets it to Gordon for 3. Now the Rockets go back up 2. Warriors now up a point. It's 100-99. Tucker working, battling, fighting. He gets the and 1 to go. Foul on Draymond Green. That's a tough play. PJ Tucker only had 7 points, but he gave it everything he had defensively to help his Rockets team out. With 47 seconds to go, Kevin Durant would put the Warriors up 2. This game would actually go to overtime in the OT period. Eric Gordon would drill the 3 over Steph Curry to put the Rockets up 4. Can the Warriors respond? It wasn't Klay Thompson's night. He makes the good decision to get that thing over to Iguodala in the corner for another 3. Rockets up 3 now. Kevin Durant willing and dealing and crossing over PJ Tucker, and somehow, someway he gets it to go. The Warriors are down a point. They're down 3 now with 50 seconds to go. They need to stop. They're not going to get one. James Harden drills the 3. It's 124-124. Again, Warriors need to stop, and that's a controversial play. Remember, we talked about that one real quick. I thought it was an offensive foul. Anywho, Warriors got to go quick. They're down 5. Steph would miss the dunk, and that's all she wrote, folks. That is game 3. Rockets win 126-121. They're now down a game in this series. You remember, game 4 is on their home court as well. They have a chance to tie this bad boy up at 2 if they can win. Want to run through some stats real quick, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, Durant had 46. He was phenomenal. He missed 17 shots, but overall, I mean, he was right around 50% from the field, 14 to 31. He was phenomenal again. Kevin Durant has been absolutely sensational in the playoffs. But tonight, outside of Draymond Green and Iguodala, the Splash Brothers were iffy. I'm looking at these stats here. Klay Thompson, 6 of 16 from the field, 16 points. I don't need Klay Thompson taking 16 shots to give me 16 points. He's a 3-point shooter. Most of those shots are usually 3s. That's not good. I'm looking at Steph Curry, 7 for 23 from the field for 17 points. Again, I don't need Steph Curry taking 23 shots to get 17 points. He took 9 3-pointers. I expect him to make more points with the amount of threes he takes a basketball game. Both of those guys were not good. Kevin Durant bailed him out. He's been bailing him out throughout this postseason. He's bailed these two dudes out a couple of bad games that they've had. But Durant's been sensational. And again, the Warriors were right in a position to win this game. If they don't struggle the way they did offensively, they still win this game. I told you guys about Draymond Green, 19 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists. He's really lost that lost 25 pounds right before the playoffs. He's really lost that weight and got his game back. He's moving quicker. He's more engaged. I mean, he looks like the old guy. Him and Iguodala, they've really stepped up. That's how you see a team like the Warriors, even though Steph and Klay struggle, that's how they're able to still compete in the game with the contributions, obviously 46 from Kevin Durant. We saw that play at the end of the game when Harden was driving. It's 124-121, I believe, and there's no foul called. It looked like an offensive foul to me. It was not called. I thought that was a missed call by the referees. I thought that was clear as day. I think that's Draymond. I thought he was in the right position to get a charge. I thought the refs had 3 bad calls that favored the Rockets in overtime. I just thought they were all bad calls. I thought the Warriors were on the bad end of the whistle in overtime. In regards to the Rockets, again, 7 points from PJ Tucker, but gave you 12 rebounds. Had to play center a lot of that basketball game. 6'5" center. What can you do with that? That's literally commendable how hard he competes. One of the best at guarding Kevin Durant. PJ Tucker and Kevin Durant are really close friends off the court. So I'm not surprised he knows Kevin Durant's game, probably studies his game, and probably works out with him a lot. PJ Tucker did a phenomenal job. Also, other guys, again, I told y'all Eric Gordon had 30. Clint Capella had his best game thus far in this series, 13 and 11. Chris Paul, 14, 7, and 8. He was okay. I just still need more from him. I still don't think I'm getting everything I can get from him. James Harden had 41 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. We didn't talk about him a lot, but he was instrumental to the Rockets' big-time dub. In regards to Harden, though, I am noticing something that I don't like. If you're a Houston Rockets fan, you might want to turn this video off right now. I don't think this is the same team that I saw last year, and I picked the Warriors, I believe, in 6. Right now, it looked like they might get the gentleman's sweep because that was their best game they could play. The way they're playing basketball this year, that's probably as good as it's going to get. Do you think you're going to get that efficient of a 30 points from Eric Gordon again this series? I doubt it. 41 from Harden, that efficient. Ironically, since he's got poked in the eye by Draymond, we've seen 2 of Harden's more efficient basketball games, right? Like, that's crazy. I don't believe the Rockets would be that efficient and the Warriors would be that bad outside of KD missing so many shots like they did, especially in that first half. I'm sorry, y'all. I just think this might be over in 5. I got Warriors in 6. I wouldn't doubt if this one's a gentleman's sweep, man. I don't know, man. The Rockets are playing ISO ball. James Harden, the way he's playing basketball, I said this to a couple of my friends earlier today. It is cringeworthy watching James Harden play basketball. Not taking it away from that man's greatness. He's a phenomenal player, MVP of this league right now. Dude is literally coming down court. First off, he's dribbling the ball up and down the court. Takes him about 5, 6, 7 seconds to get up and down past half court. And he is literally dribble. 5 seconds goes by, 8 seconds goes by, 10 seconds go by. Now we look up and there's like 4 on the shot clock, 5 on the shot clock. He pulls up for one of these desperation 3-pointers, attacks the lane, and then he might kick it at the last minute. But who wants the basketball after somebody's been dribbling it for 20 to 21 seconds, right? Like, I'm literally watching Chris Paul turn into a spot-up 3-point shooter in the corner. That's not why the Rockets, Daryl Morey and company went out and brought in Chris Paul. Ideally, you would like for Harden to be able to play off the ball. Chris Paul create for Harden. Chris Paul is a really good shooter. To me, he's the best in the league at getting his shot over big guys, right? He's the best in the league. If you ever watch Chris Paul play, he literally can get his shot off. He's only 6'1", 6'2". He can get his shot off over anyone in the league comfortably. It could be a good shot as well. Put him in pick and roll. Take it back to the New Orleans Hornets days. Put him in pick and roll. Let him do his thing. Drive, attack the rim with Capella. And find Harden for better looks. Harden's working so hard for the looks that he's getting. I just don't see the Rockets winning another game the way they're playing last year. Look, the Rockets mentally beat the Warriors last year in the postseason. Reason why they beat the Warriors was because Chris Paul figured out the Warriors. It wasn't that Harden figured out the Warriors. Chris Paul figured out the Warriors, right? In my humble opinion, I don't believe the Rockets missed 27 3-pointers in Game 7 last year if Chris Paul plays and Harden was the one injured, right? He's too smart of a guy, and I'm watching the Rockets in stretches play really good ball when Harden's on the bench. It should not be that way. You can't play better ball when your best guy's on the bench. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Now, you get a game like tonight where Harden's just super efficient. A lot of those shots go, but history shows us he's not the most efficient basketball player out there. And if I'm looking at what I've seen thus far through 3 games, my mind and instincts are telling me that Game 4 is going to be a Golden State Warrior blowout in Houston. Congrats to Houston on getting the dub. I just don't see another one coming in this series the way they're playing right now. I thank y'all so much for the time. Let's put it, don't take it for granted. Please tell me in the comment box below, do you think the Rockets got enough to win Game 4? I don't. Please tell me what you think. 126-121, Rockets win Game 3 in OT. I'm out. I came from nothing, but I want everything God has for me. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I still represent the culture.
I got the kids. You are now tuned in.
Yo, we locked in right now, Mr.
Mr.Taliaferro.
Mr. Taliaferro. Shout out to Mr. Taliaferro.
You're watching Mr.Taliaferro TV.
Mr. Taliaferro TV. Here with the triple B's, you can't do nothing but win.